Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Bond, author of the Bourbon Girl Daily Serial. In Bourbon Girl, a young woman takes a job as a tour guide on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, searching for her biological father. The Bourbon Girl Daily Serial is going on right now at my website, stephaniebond.com. We're about halfway into the serial, but you can still catch up. Just go to my website and click on the links for Bourbon Girl, and there you can find out how to get the backstory and how to follow along with all the other Bourbon Girl readers as the story unfolds through the end of the year 2025. So today, I'd like to show you how to make an old-fashioned cocktail using none other than Kentucky Bourbon. So I've got all my ingredients here. I'm going to go over in a little bit, but I did want to mention that you can find recipes all over the internet for how to make an old-fashioned. Lots of variations. I want to give a shout out to a cookbook that I really like. It's called the Kentucky Bourbon Cookbook by Albert Schmid. And there's drink recipes in here. I like his old-fashioned recipe very much. He also shows you how you can use bourbon for meat marinades and soups and stews, and also how to infuse desserts with bourbon. So cakes, pies, chocolates, things like that. It's a great cookbook. Anyway, so let's get right to our old-fashioned. I'm going to show you all the ingredients I have here. I have my Kentucky Bourbon. This is Green River. I like Green River. It's very affordable. It's about $40 a bottle. It's accessible. You can buy it almost anywhere. It's a great bourbon. It's for mixing. It's very smooth. So I highly recommend it. I also have some wood chips here. These are chips that I bought at Walmart. You can get them wherever they sell barbecue supplies. I have orange peel. I have ice cubes. I have maraschino cherries. I have aromatic bitters. Now, bitters are aromatic herbs that have been infused into alcohol. This actually has some bourbon in it. And I bought this at the Barrels and Billets tasting room in Louisville. And most tasting rooms sell bitters and have their own variation. This particular recipe has, I believe, licorice root and allspice and some other herbs in it. And it's one I particularly like. I also have some simple white granulated sugar, a stirrer, a spoon to measure my sugar, and I have this, I call it an aim flame. You know, it's a lighter. It's like a barbecue lighter, and I'm gonna use that to go ahead and start smoking our wood chips. Okay, because we're going to do something special to get started, and it's called smoking your glass. Okay, all right, that's got a little flame going, a little smoke going. Okay, all right, so that's the first thing we're going to do. Oh, I didn't talk about the glass, did I? Okay, this drink makes a small portion, so you can use a small glass. A small drinking glass is fine. Just sort of a squatty glass, a low ball glass is fine. I'm using a little jar. It's the right size for me, and it's got a nice smooth rim, and I just think it's a great little container for a nice cocktail. All right, so the smoke is really going here, so I'm going to use this to go ahead and smoke the glass. Okay, whew. I hope I don't set off my smoke alarm. Okay, we got our glass smoked. All this really does is it just adds, see that coming out of the glass? This just adds like a little extra flavor to your cocktail. All right, so next I'm going to add sugar. I'm going to use just simple white sugar. Now, bartenders will tell you this should be a sugar cube. That's fine. If you got sugar cubes, use them. I think sugar cubes leave it a little grainy, but that's just my taste. So I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of just simple white sugar. Oh, you could also use simple syrup if you'd rather use that. And then to the syrup, I'm going to add a couple of droppers full of the bitters. And I'm going to be generous here. So really at this point, what you want to do is sort of muddle the bitters into the sugar, and what it's starting to do is it's starting to dissolve the sugar. and get all those nice herbaceous flavors going in there. Okay, all right, next we're going to add the ice cubes. Now, these are just ice cubes out of my freezer. The larger the better though, because of course that means they dissolve more slowly. Lots of people put like the nice big round ice cubes, just one big ice cube into like a lowball glass. That's great. You can get molds for doing that. Also, if you have a container kind of like this, you can add, just fill it with water and put it in the freezer and have like a nice shaped ice cube for this type of drink. So I've got my ice cubes in there. Now I'm going to add my bourbon. So this particular recipe calls for about 1/4 cup of bourbon. Okay, and a splash. So I'm going to put a splash, add a splash to it. All right, there's our bourbon. I'm going to give that a stir. So again, at this point, it's sugar, the bitters, and our bourbon is in there. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to add the cherry. Now, some recipes will call for a certain type of cherry. Some of the cherries come with like a liqueur around them and kind of a syrup with them, which is great. I just use plain old maraschino cherries. By the way, if you can't find them in your store, look for the ice cream supplies. It took me a minute to find mine too. And since this doesn't have its own glaze with it, I'm just going to add just a teeny bit of the maraschino cherry syrup into it. All right, and I'm going to give that a stir. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to do, and this is a little fancy, you don't have to do this, but I like to do this. Let me get my aim flame going here. I like to flame an orange peel. So this is I'm just running the flame back and forth, don't burn yourself, across the orange peel. And what this does is it releases all the oil in the orange peel. Ooh, that smells so good, I can smell it. Okay. And so that's just loosening up the oils in the peeling. And you're going to take that and you're going to rub it around the rim of the glass. Okay. Ooh. And then just drop it in your drink. So that's kind of a busy looking drink, but I like it. It's pretty. It's pretty, isn't it? Very pretty. So I'm going to give it a good stir. And we're going to try it. Meant to be sipped. Roll it around on your tongue before you swallow. Ooh, that will warm you up. So good. So cheers. By the way, if you're having a holiday get-together and you're looking for an activity for the adults to do, this would be great to put out a buffet of all the ingredients for old fashions and let everyone experiment and make their old fashions together. Anyway, wow, this is good. I'm going to go enjoy. I hope you're enjoying your day too. Bye for now.